This is the Jayhawk Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
From the south upper deck of the upper patio, I guess is what we're calling it, here in the South Gym at Jesup Community Schools. I'm Nate Klaber, Luke Baldwin, Anthony Baugh, Eric Clark. All ready for second half action, or actually second game action, as the boys come into tonight with AP hosting, or coming in, visiting 4-0 AP, Jesup 2-1. And there's been a huge debate happening since early today on the pronunciation of the last name of one of our big guys down low, which, looking at it, number 23, he's a junior, he's a forward, 6'4". We've seen this name before on this basketball floor. We've seen it in the football field. We, saw it on the track. Even this fall, we saw it on the football field. And I used to say line out. And then I said line out for years when we started this. And then I thought, we got another one coming up. And I know it's Lee now. But then today, we're hearing that, no, it's Lee no. And I took issue with that.
Yeah, well, as did I. So I got jumped at the concession stand by the youngest Lino, the daughter, and I'm, of course, spacing her name now. I was literally just talking to her and her parents, but anyway.
I didn't know there was a Lino girl.
Yeah, I was like, and who are you? And she's like, well, I'm the daughter. I'm like, I didn't even know there was a daughter.
So when you were over giving autographs in the stands, working the group like you do between games, you went up and talked to Mr. and Mrs. Lino, and they said Lino. Did you get an explanation why?
So when they first came here from Dunkerton, Tyler, people were mispronouncing it, Lino, and he liked Lino. So his dad was like, well, just tell people your name's Lino then. So he's apparently just changed his name to Lino. But
all right. Well,
not legally, I don't believe.
Okay.
But for the record, I did get it straight from the parents. It is Lino. So I'm willing to bet a lot of people out there, our fans, don't know that. I didn't know that, and I've known the family since I got here.
Well, yeah, it's been 5 years or whatever. It's been Lino. Because I said it was Lino is how it looks, and I'm like, no, it's Lino. Anyway, starting lineup's underway. We'll continue this as the night goes on.
Number 12, Elijah Switzer. The Falcons are coached by Aaron Thomas and assisted by Jason Berkeley. And now, for our Jayhawks, a junior, number 10, and number 0, Parker McComb. A senior, number 2, Brody Caresser. A senior, number 5, Chase Pilcher. A freshman, number 14, Jack Miller. A junior, number 23, Carson Lena. The Jayhawks are coached by Joe Smiley and assisted by Steve Smith.
All right, underway here very shortly with tip-off in the second game of this doubleheader. Luke, quickly, let's run down the starting lineups if they didn't hear them.
You got it. For our friends from Appleton Parkersburg, we've got number 1, Jaden Mackey. Number 3, Garrett Hempen. Number 4, Josh Hahn. Number 10, Owen Thomas. Number 12, Elijah Switzer. For your Jesup Jayhawks, 0 is Parker McCone. Number 2, Brody Cresser. Number 5, Jace Pilcher. 14, Jack Miller. 23, Carson Leno.
Brody. We'll see about that. Brody Cresser right off the bat, able to drop 2 in, and Jesup is on the scoreboard. Head coach at Jesup, Joe Smines. AP's head coach, Aaron Thomas. Underway, turnaround in the paint. Jesup seeing that lead. Now go back to a tie. Drop 2 points in for Josh Hahn.
AP quick with the full court man-to-man. Travel, Jack Miller. Jack, a freshman for the Jayhawks, plenty capable of handling that full court press. Feet just got a little bit ahead of him there. That's going to be okay.
I think it's kind of talked about this week. Joe mentioned he's never started a freshman before, so he had to kind of work through that. And, and it sounded like, sometimes you do that and you maybe see some concerns from the seniors on the team or even their families, but everybody's pretty supportive of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Joe's not going to start a freshman unless that freshman's plenty capable and deserving, and Jack Miller is both.
Even by knowing his dad, he still allowed that.
Yeah.
7 minutes to go.
Fun
First
fact,
quarter.
maybe you know this. So Jack Miller's just struggling here early on. He had 2 turnovers and a foul now. Not happy with himself. He'll be all right. Jack Miller's parents, both pretty storied history, sports athletic histories in their own right. Both very, very good athletes.
Jay, Jesup alum, Wapsie Valley for Tommy.
Yep. And Jay played softball for UNI. Nice move by Lino inside. Couldn't get the roll.
Still tied up at 2. Off the board, rolls in, Thomas.
Owen Thomas, that must be the...
There's a relation in there, I'm sure.
No, it's I'm trying to think if that's one of Aaron's or if that's one of Aaron's brothers.
I feel like we had this conversation last year.
Well, I don't...
And I think it might be a brother's or
It's
might
got
be
to
a
be a
nephew.
brother. Yeah, it's got to be a brother. I don't think Aaron's got kids that old yet, but I don't know.
Follow along at AP if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Always let us know. The comments down there. Lino down to Pilcher.
Nice feed by
So now I'm going to say Lino, and it's Lino.
Lino, it's hard. Maybe we should just stick with Tyler and call him by the wrong name.
Maybe.
It's interesting, though.
That's quite the story.
Tyler just stuck with the improper.
And the girl, the sister apparently is the only one who really has the issue with it. 5-4 Jack. Trying to lob that into Lino. He can't get a grasp on it.
Fairly sloppy game so far, which sometimes happens when you get 2 quick teams together like this.
Both just really trying to figure
nice
out
feed by
their
Pilcher.
methods. And McCone over to Pilcher. 3.
Got it.
Nice for Jace. 5 points.
That was a beautiful feed from Pilcher to Lino. Nothing came of it, but man.
AP sees Mackey with that shot.
That's going to be on number 4. Got to push off. Number 4 doesn't do you any good. That's Josh Hahn. Josh Hahn, the 6'6" center for the Falcons.
So Gavin Thomas, number 2, is actually Coach Thomas's kid.
Okay. He does have one this old gun. They do grow up.
Thanks to Dustin Thorson. Went home, put his comfies on, following along, chiming in. After watching the girls' game.
A little bit of an errant pass by the Falcons, so it's going to go back over to the Jayhawks.
4:35.
Fueling snuck into the game. I didn't even see him come in.
It's kind of his style.
He is a sneaky young fella.
Lino, Pilcher. In and out of the dribble. Cresser in that corner, wide open. Fueling hits the front of the rim, no good.
Stop ball. Nice take. Nice take by Garrett Hempen, sophomore. Job by Fueling getting the ball inside. Easy bunny. Ooh. Lino may have gotten away with one there. Looked like he got looked like he got Mackey on the head or the arm. No call. Ball. There we go.
Nice swat away. Pilcher. Up and in. Easy layup for Pilcher. Take him to 7.
That was a senior move there.
And Thomas, you can see a senior move there, quickly counters with it. Thanks for following along on Facebook and our YouTube channel tonight here on the Jayhawk Sports Network. Tied up it again at 11. McCone. My goal tonight is not to call Parker McCone Paxton McCone. Yeah, and now I will do it 14 times. Or even Peyton. Parker's got that. Loose on the fingers. Hampton on the coverage. Gets across midcourt. McCone goes on his own, puts it up and in. Count it.
I think McCone surprised himself there. He kind of had saucers for eyes when he saw that drop through the hole. Cooper Hoff checking in for the Falcons. Cooper, just a freshman. So I'm told that Owen and Gavin are both Aaron's boys.
Oh, they both are, okay.
Which makes sense because Owen looks exactly like Aaron.
I feel like we had a conversation about this a year ago, but
I'm sure we did.
We probably didn't have a clean answer maybe even then. We just were still speculating.
We could have had this conversation yesterday for all I know.
I think we had it this morning.
It's a big world out there. We can't keep track of everybody.
Especially during a pandemic. What do you expect of us? 2:40 to go. Cooper. Or not Cooper. How about we try and do that? Not Cooper, but Corbin fueling with the attempt.
Same family.
That is how you say fueling, right?
Yeah, hey, as far as I know.
Okay, it's not fooling or something like that. We'll tell that Lino story here as we go through the night.
Hogstad.
And,
Sorry.
Free throw attempt coming in with Hogstad. That came up, and Anthony was like, this is going to blow your mind. And I'm like, great. Everybody on AP's last name is Thompson or something, and how are we going to do this?
Hogstad, big body. He worked hard down there to get that, to get these 2 shots. Mackey back into the game. Take over, well, I thought maybe he would take over point guard duties, but Thomas still in there. Who knows?
2:20 to go, first quarter.
I feel like there's about 4 or 5 families in Applington Parkersburg, and all the teams, the players and coaches are made up of those same 5 families.
Well, it's just something about that community and the school and all that. They like to live there, grow there, stay there, repeat. Jack Miller said to come in.
Reproduce.
Oh, I wasn't going to quite get into that. You know,
clearly that's part of the process.
There are some things we don't talk about on this show.
Nice block by Even.
Only imply. Even has it. There's McCone cross the timeline. Fine even down low. Ball gets loose. Hogstad.
Jack Miller back in for not Cooper. Corbin.
No. Yeah, you did
I
it too.
almost did the same thing.
Yep. Parker trying to eye out. Finds even. Back to Parker. He's covered tight defensively by Thomas. Or no, not by Thomas, but Switzer.
Got it.
And he needed that shot to go in, and he had it. Ties this thing up. Co now at 5 points.
Pretty little move by Mackey. Didn't get didn't get it to go in, but nice finger roll.
Pilcher back out to McCone. Fakes left, goes to the hole on the left side.
That was tough, man. Beautiful fake off to the side.
Under a minute. Little fake around Pilcher, wide open up top. Shot, no good. Not going to work off the hands of Hoff.
The Hoff. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay.
And back to back. McCone will get it again.
McCone is feeling it, man. He's got some juice going on right now.
Mackey. Draw that foul in there.
Yeah. Hahn and Thomas back into the game. Owen Thomas. They go right to Hahn over the top.
Last 25 seconds going to come out.
McCone tips that ball away out of bounds, so AP will toss it in on the near side here. Into Mackey, who will. Oh, thought maybe he'd wait for the final shot. No good. Ford Pilcher.
Last 12 seconds. Jayhawks have that 4-point advantage. Look for that last shot. Kresser, been quiet tonight. Even. Right before the buzzer, that doesn't work either. Jesup does have the advantage, 2016 though, going into the second quarter.
Even was a little far outside his range there. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing hurt. Are we getting a coach at halftime here? I think
so.
I think Mom and son are maybe calling it a night.
Yeah, he'll walk him out and make his way up here, I'm sure, for our halftime show.
I tell you what, Nate, I was really impressed with the play of Parker McCone in this first period. You know, Parker's he's a junior. He's played a lot of ball. Sometimes, last game, for example, there was a few times where I thought maybe he got a little out of control. Easy for me to say up here, but tonight, man, he put on a little display there the last couple minutes of the first period.
Yeah, I think he had the last 3 shots made for Jesup in that first quarter.
And they were acrobatic. I mean, there was nothing easy about those. He split the defenders, came in through the air, faked one way, finger rolled it up. Bunch of stuff that I was never able to do, that's for sure.
You just need to be given the opportunity. I think you would have been all right.
I don't know. I think you're giving me way too much credit there.
Well,
I appreciate it.
I have to. Underway, second quarter. Here's Hempen. Tight coverage from Brody Kresser, wide open left side with Thomas.
Ooh.
And a dunk comes in from Mackey.
Dang.
That gets the crowd going. Now Jack Miller will cover that, and AP.
That dude was up there.
It's his first basket of the night.
Should send that into ESPN or something, man. That might make the top 10.
Lob into Hahn. Straight on shot, Thomas. No good. Pull in from Kresser. Miller hanging back a little bit, see if he needs any help. Gets across midcourt. Over to Jack Miller, calls out that offense. Fueling. Force into Pilcher. He's on that elbow. Miller's wide open for three. Off the rim, no good. Pilcher's fighting for it inside.
No way. How?
And hoping it was going to be back Jesup's way.
I don't know how that ball goes that way. And whatever. 2018, Jesup on top. 6:50 to go in the second. Another battle here in Jesup. The girls was a battle back and forth the entire way, except for the first period. AP kind of had our number in the first period, but Jesup girls battled back strong, and here we are in the second game. More of the same.
Jesup 2-1 on the year. Beat Olwine in the first game, lost to Wapsie Valley a week ago, and then beat Hudson, pounded them on Tuesday over at their place.
Even really doing a nice job in there. Evan's you're not going to get a lot of points out of him, but he does a phenomenal job on defense and gets a ton of rebounds.
And right there in the wings is Hahn. He gets his shot. Tied up at 20. Pilcher, a little easy jumper, doesn't work. Under 6. No push in there. As we see Gavin Thomas in the game. Nice little baseline shot. Goes right over for even. In on the dribble, Hempen. Back out to Thomas. Owen will take it left side baseline. Sees a double coverage over to Hahn. Now Hempen in and out of the paint. Doesn't work. Follow up in from Hahn.
Nice board by Hahn. Almost got the dunk there. Kind of a halfway dunk. Tip and a roll.
At the 5-minute mark, Pilcher off on his aim. Comes out of bounds off of AP. Jack Miller will sit down.
Probably not the best shot we can get there.
Fueling had an eye on it. Even couldn't pull that in. Ball still loose. There's McCone. Where'd he go? Behind his back. Gets it to fall. 11 points.
He gave a little nod to Coach Thomas as he ran by. I don't know if that's completely necessary, but kind of funny nonetheless.
Hempen with that ball, covered tight by Kresser. Deep, no good. Brody Kresser only with 2 points in this game. Kresser has been averaging 20 through the 3 games they've played. Even on that pick, trying to give Parker some time, and we're going to see that travel.
McCone's feeling it, man. I think he's been getting in there. He wanted to get in there again. It wasn't happening and drug his foot a little bit, but can't hardly blame the kid. He's having a lot of success here in the early going.
Four-minute mark before half. Post up underneath by Pilcher. Can't prevent that shot. He will inbound it, and McCone will quickly try and get across the midcourt. Mackey has some speed on him. Quickly on McCone to cover. Fueling back over to Parker. In the paint. Quick
Good
bounce
pass.
to Even. Nice play.
Yeah, beautiful bounce pass by McCone to Even. Even goes up strong.
Coming baseline. Owen Thomas. Coverage in that corner. Pilcher staying clean defensively. Followed that shot all the way with Thomas and comes out of bounds. Still towards AP and the Falcons. Tied up at 24. It was 20-16 at the end of the first quarter. Jesup had the advantage. Pilcher playing some strong defense down there.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he and Thomas are going back and forth. His body to body.
Wide open left side, right in there from Gavin Thomas. Three-pointer puts AP in the advantage.
Another beautiful pass by McCone to even.
He's right there again. That's his spot.
It's fun standing up here because I could see that from half court what was about to happen there, and there was nothing they could do about it because if he doesn't dump that ball off, or if the defender drops down to guard even, he was going right up to the rim.
Try and get this and one, and he does. Even's got 5 points. A little secret weapon down there for Coach.
I'm not so, I don't know, man. Thomas, always yelling, man.
Everybody coaches different.
It's always this game where I'm glad I've got these earmuffs on.
On the rebound, puts it back up. Owen Thomas will take him to 9 points so far. Last 3 minutes of the first half. Parker McCone. Pilcher. And there's Kresser. And whistle sounds right when that ball releases his hand.
Offensive. I don't even. Who was that on? I didn't.
I'm going to say.
Cuban. Or Cuban. Corbin Fueling. Cuban.
Mark Cuban? Thomas can't get the shot, and he tried to pull that ball away from Pilcher. Pilcher went down, and there's that foul. Count that'll be Thomas's first personal, 16th foul of the first half for AP.
Props to Christian Hogstad helping Pilcher off the ground there. It's always nice to see when competitors help each other out like that. This is just a game.
McCone almost takes an little extra bounce in there. Pilcher had it, back to McCone, trying to snake in defensively. Pilcher was wide open. He's going to come inside. Thomas trying to get that charge draw to him.
Pilcher looks like he might need a breather.
Knowing him, he's going to say, leave me till it's halftime. I'll get it then. Does walk like his dad a little bit, though, doesn't he?
A little bit.
2:03 to go. First half. And Owen Thomas, free throw line. Thomas with 9 points. I think his first trip to the line tonight.
Nice player. He's a strong player, Owen.
Nice free throw in.
He takes it at the defense hard.
Another one, in and out. Pilcher right there to pull down that board. 2-minute mark. McCone looks towards that bench. Comes across midcourt. Met by Gavin Thomas. Back out to Pilcher. They're holding him pretty tight to midcourt. Pilcher drives in, finds Even, still forces the shot and gets it to go. Take him to 7 points.
I think he even kissed the glass with that, which I have no idea how he made that happen with that angle. Nice move by Thomas.
They were holding the room for him to get in there, and he gets his 12th. Under 90 seconds to play first half. Corbin Fueling. Fakes right, comes left. Kresser with it. Kresser only with 2 points in this game. McCone tried a deep one.
Even tips that out of there. Tries to get it out to his man Pilcher on the edge, but a little deep. 3-point game. 32-29. Falcons lead. Just over a minute to go before the end of the second. Good defense by Brody. That will be Falcon ball on the baseline. Watch middle.
Force in, Thomas goes, and it was that was pretty clear, wasn't it, with Pilcher. Had his hand right on that ball.
Pilcher, that was strong.
Under 1 minute. McCone finding fueling, last 47 seconds. Get past Thomas, and that ball's going to get stripped out of it.
He felt it.
He gets stripped out of McCone's hands. Foul comes his way, but
it's going to be 2 shots. Got him in the act of shooting.
Looking for Jesup to try and tighten this before they head to the locker room. Second personal against Owen Thomas. Let's take a breath.
Does get the second. Hemping back into the game. He's going to spell the younger Thomas, Garrett. Gavin. Apologies.
Half a minute. Haugstedt.
Almost good defense by Even. He was down, and then he just took a little baby jump, and that was enough to get himself on the back of Hogs.
First
Hogstead.
Personal foul against Even.
Gavin Thomas. Kale Ryard back into the game. Jesup will play presumably for the last shot here with just over 20 seconds to go in the first half.
We will have Coach Jordan Conrad coming up here at halftime. Girls coach gets the win.
Got it.
Over AP.
Corbin Fueling with the short shot. Gavin Thomas with the football pass to close out the half, but no good. So, yeah, do your thing, Nate. I don't want to steal the show here.
Well, I don't want to have all the attention. I know how much you crave some of that. So, anyway, Jesup with a 1-point trail right now on AP. As AP leading scorer 12 points with Owen Thomas, the senior. You got 6 for Hahn, 4 for Hempen. Jesup side of things, McCone, great first half for him, 12 points, 7 points for Pilcher, who's had been very aggressive tonight on the floor. Only seen 2 off of Cresser and also Fueling coming in, but wow, Even coming in 7 points so far for Carter Even as he makes his way to the locker room with the rest of the squad. Jesup 33, and actually Jesup trailing 33-32 to AP, and Jordan Conrad making his way up here. And we will put the headset on.
After halftime. The concession stand will close right after half.
Jordan looks at the headset and thinks,
Yeah, Anthony was wearing this. I'm not sure I want to wear it, but
I thought it was an upgrade from last week. Mr. Microphone.
A little upgrade from last week with a microphone, and I guess even an upgrade that Luke gets to participate in this activity too.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, man. I usually get left out of this.
Yeah, well, it saves him time too, because let's turn this.
I can still hear
like
everything.
that. All right. It's all right.
Good thing I'm not on camera.
Congratulations, first of all,
Yeah.
man.
That
was a battle from. Well, I mean, with the exception of the first period, that kind of got away from us. But once the girls really locked in, what a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it was up and down. It was fun. There were some runs made on both sides, and yeah, there was some frustration I think from on our end in the first quarter. But I just told the girls I thought we got a lot of looks we wanted. They just weren't going in. We had a couple of roll around up there that didn't fall. They had a few in the first quarter that felt like they got every roll in the first quarter, and then we had a few to go our way later.
Yeah. First quarter, 16-7, AP had it tied up at halftime, up by 1 at the quarter, up by 2 to end it all. Talk through that second half. It was just it was like it just needed to. It was like you were still just trying to build that machine, and eventually it all kind of came together for the most part, enough to get that win.
Yeah. So we talked to the girls about just continuing to work, and things would fall for us. Like I said, we were getting looks we wanted. We wanted to continue to get the pace going, get up and down. I thought we did a good job of pressuring their guards and creating a few turnovers. Even when we didn't create turnovers, we were making them uncomfortable, making it a little more difficult to get into their offense. When they're able to get it inside, they're tough. So we had to do what we could to disrupt the timing of that out top.
Well, and especially you trying to get that ball inside, trying to cross. Passing was hard, and especially when they've got 2 or 3 inches on you inside.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that makes it more difficult when they're on defense, too. We've got some things. Luke's antsy over here.
Oh,
no. He's got like 14 questions in his head.
When's it my turn? When's it my turn? I think
he's got it written on his forearm. He's ready to go.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Coach.
No, go ahead.
No, you guys were talking about the inside play, and, kids often think, well, I'm not scoring, I'm not contributing, which obviously is not the case.
Absolutely.
I was really impressed by Sailor Youngblood tonight. We needed maybe some size down there, and she came in, and I thought, really, she forced some turnovers, got some rebounds.
Yeah, she did. She stepped up big for us tonight. Everybody did stepped up big.
Yeah.
Natalie hit a big shot for us, got a turnover. Larson hit a big shot for us. Laney did her thing, and Amanda did some good things. Everybody. Kylie Winter did a good job in the first half when she was in.
She kind of took a shot in the eye at one point.
Yeah, at one point. But her minutes were good. I thought she played better tonight, more disciplined in her role tonight, which was really good to see.
Yeah, for sure.
So turn things around quickly for tomorrow. MFL Marmac got a 4:30 tip for varsity. Talk through that game. Quick turnaround.
Yeah, so we'll I'll go home and I'll watch some on them. I've already gotten a little head start on it, but watch some more of that. We'll have a shoot around tomorrow. From what I've seen, they'll be solid too. They'll have some size once again, which seems to be the common theme of everybody we play against. But it'll be good for us because that's what we'll see in the conference. So it's a good non-conference game for us. I think they've got off to a pretty good start record-wise anyway, and had a couple nice wins. And
you continue to work through here with this young team. Again, no seniors, but you've got a lot of experience. Again, talk more through about that and how that's been evolving here since we talked last week.
Yeah, every time we get on the floor, we're getting a little better. I think tonight. I thought the 2 best teams we played against so far were Hudson and then turn around tonight. So we had good performances. We made them both interesting.
Yeah,
but
most definitely.
It was a big turnaround from last night, I'll tell you. I think all the girls will admit last night wasn't great at practice. We had a chat about it at the end, but we had a big 180.
A discussion.
Yeah.
It was a light discussion, yeah.
It was a discussion. It was both ways.
It was one-sided, but that's all right.
No, they always have input, and I think just throughout everybody's stepping up. That's what's been huge. Is it hasn't been one person in any night. Like Luke mentioned, it's different people doing different things. Some girls are scoring. Some girls are having 5 or 6, 7 assists a game. Some are getting 4 or 5 steals. Some are getting deflections. Some are getting maybe it's only 2 or 3 rebounds, but they're crucial rebounds at that point. And we've been winning the last the end of the quarters, which is something we've been big about. The last minute of each quarters, and I think our pressure and the conditioning we've had, continuing to play through the end of the quarter is what we always talk about. And I thought that was huge tonight. We won the end of the second quarter, won the end of the third quarter, and won the end of the fourth quarter, I thought.
Speaking of winning, and I know you're ever the optimist, did you see your team 5-0 to start the season?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
No, there's. Now I'll be honest. There's been a couple toss-up games throughout. The scores reflect that, but we just found a way to do it. I know there's potential, a ton of potential with this team. Just like last season, there's a ton of potential, and we had a great season. But I think there's a ton of potential here with everybody that knowing their roles and everybody stepping up. And
they're fun to watch, man. You're doing
they're
a
playing
nice
hard.
job.
They're playing hard, and that's the main thing.
Yep. Well, this is the time of year where things happen quickly, even during what's going on now. But game tonight, game tomorrow, back Tuesday, and then Friday. Then you go on break. So good to finish strong 2020. Make 2020 a positive, I guess, when you close things out.
Well, careful with that positive.
Yeah, not that kind of positive. Let's make it good, I guess. So, Jordan, congratulations on the victory tonight. Very fun game to watch, and we look forward to seeing the game on Tuesday with Dyke New Hartford.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Coach.
Head coach Jordan Conrad for the Jesup Jayhawks. We're going to step away here for about 90 seconds, catch our breath, reset some things, and we'll be back on the Jayhawk Sports Network in, like you said, about 90 seconds from Jesup, Iowa.
Sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Back on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology, we are set for a second of action as Jesup will have the possession to get things going. Down by 1 point. And Appleton Parkersburg going to see that lead go away for now as Jack Miller for the first time is on the board. And in the scorebook, he gets his 3 points.
Hey, real quick, while I'm thinking about this, as Nate earlier said, the girls do have a game tomorrow, and the Booster Club is in need of some bodies in the concession stand. So I would be happy to do that, but Nate and I will be up here.
We could come up here and get concessions if we want to do it from here, maybe.
So I challenge a few people out there to come up to the school, do your good deed for the day, and then go out and do whatever you want after that. So get a hold of probably Ricky Nolan or somebody on the Booster Club, and they would love your assistance.
7:07 to go. Tied up at 35. Parker McCone on that dribble. Seeing Jack Miller near side. Trying to spread that defense out a little bit. Brody Kresser get a handle on it. Back up to McCone. Miller on the right side. Dish off to Lino. Doesn't go. Bobbled out. And they've really controlled Leno tonight. And Mackey finds his way in that right side and dishes it in. Sustains that lead for AP. That'll be the second personal foul against Kresser. And Kresser been averaging 20 points so far this year. He's only got that one basket so far tonight. McCone with that dribble over to Miller. Coming baseline. Switzer covering that freshman. No look to Leno. Parker takes a three, back of the rim, no good.
Just a back and forth game here, Nate.
Quick shot up from Hempen. He right where he wanted that one to go.
Coach Thomas takes full timeout after the three-pointer from Hempen to stretch their lead out to 5. This coach at center court here, he reminds me of official. What did I say, coach?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, official. He reminds me of Don Cole when you look at him certain ways. Not from the side there, but right there. Do you see him from the front?
Yeah, if you squint a little bit.
That? Yeah.
If you squint a little bit,
hey,
I can see it.
Anthony agrees with me.
Well, yeah. So. Head coach AP Aaron Thomas, assisted by Jason Berkey, Gary Flanagan, Keaton Hempen, Garrett Meyer, Connor Newroth. Head coach of the Jesup Jayhawks, Joe Smines, along with Nick Donnelly, Mike Johnson, Steve Schmidt, Brock Sabers, Rodney Selesky, all supporting the boys basketball program here in Jesup.
I haven't seen I don't know. Is Rodney? Is he helping out with the middle school?
He's doing 7th grade.
Okay.
This year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say I haven't seen him on the bench that I could remember here, but I did think I remembered. Was it last year he took the middle school job?
No, I think he was doing some. I think he was doing some volunteer stuff last year and took the job this year. Brock Sabers on that 8th grade end. He leads that. And also loves doing stats for Coach Smines, apparently. Parker McCone.
We're fortunate to have guys like Brock and Rodney Selesky. You know, those guys, they're the type of guys that just eat, sleep, breathe sports and love being a part of it. And nice job by Jack Miller.
He saw it coming.
Pull up three. Got it. He needed that. He's fired up now.
5:16 to go, third quarter. Dribble by Hempen. Cut up on the left side. Mackey eases in. Leno. I'm going to mess this up the rest of the year. Leno pulls that in. Kresser grabs it.
Boom. Tied up.
Goes to the floor. No foul, but he does get the basket. He's got 4 points. Wow. That was some quick basketball.
The Jayhawks have taken flight, man. They are all over the court right now. And that all got started with the heads-up play by Jack Miller.
Mackey, right side, eases that in.
That's a strong shot by Mackey. He even took a shot in the arm on it. I think it still managed to get nothing but net.
6 points. McCone, no look to Leno. Miller. Parker, deep three. Hope we can sustain that. 15 points for him. Jump ball. Hahn tries to hang on to it.
It's going to stay with AP. It's a nice heads-up play by Pilcher. We had the double team from behind. Pilcher gets his hands in there and ties it up.
Fueling back on the floor. Miller will sit down after really igniting some action here in the third quarter.
He sure did.
Mackey gets the inbound, and right away McCone's in there, trying to prevent Mackey from jumping high and getting that in.
I believe Mackey was at least 5.5 feet in the air on that inbounds.
He was jumping out of his shoes.
That kid's got springs for legs.
Pilcher gets his fingers on that. Back over to Jesup. Across the midcourt. Takes it on his own. Full length. Drops it in.
Good job, Jace Pilcher.
Timeout on the floor.
Strong senior play right there. And that puts the Jayhawks up by 3, 45-42. 4 to go in the third period.
Thanks for joining us on the Jayhawks Sports Network tonight. As tomorrow, we will have MFL Marmac girls basketball with Jesup. Tip-off slated for about 4:30 or so. And then Luke and I are going to go sing Christmas carols.
That may happen.
Yeah, it might happen.
At very least, we're going to enjoy a little eggnog.
Well, potentially. And then Tuesday night, Dyke, Hartford. Doubleheader right here. Jayhawk Sports Network, Tuesday night.
And we've got a... Why did I think we had a wrestling meet here Tuesday night?
Yeah, the following Tuesday.
Following Tuesday, okay.
We did get that decided that that actually is taking place. Shooty knew more than Coach Gross did.
Which is uncommon for Shooty to know much of anything.
Leno, left-hander,
And the
tries
foul.
to force it, but draws the foul. That'll be Hahn's third personal.
Just to clarify, I'm talking about Aaron Shooty,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Kristen or either of the girls.
Get that free throw to drop in. First time we see him on the board tonight.
Elijah Schweitzer into the game, replaces Josh Hahn.
A left-handed free throw for Leno. Iowa State leading Iowa 32-31 right now, first half.
What'd I tell you?
Left side shot, no good. Body's flying. Jesup hangs on to it. Iowa State game's about as tight as this one is. Oh, 3 minutes. Leno. Back to back.
Way to stick with
Gets
it,
his
big
first.
man.
Gets his first field goal tonight.
Can you believe that? That's his first field goal?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, he's got 2 free throws. And 3 fouls to his name. So he's trying to overcome that part of it.
Step through by Owen Thomas. Strong move. Gets the shot. Draws the foul. Give himself a chance at a 3-point play here.
Pilcher, the second personal foul. That will be second, actually 14th foul for Jesup. Within 4. McCone. Take that dribble.
Just clear out.
Determining what he's going to do. Sees an opening. Finds it.
Very sneaky. Just a little guy. He weaves his way right through there. Oh,
It's out.
just
Lands in his lap.
man, Garrett Hempen, wrong place at the wrong time. Had just been knocked to the ground, out of bounds. Ball lands, like you said, right in his lap. He's like, what is that? That is not fair at all.
6-point advantage. Jesup still trying to attack. Yet still trying to be somewhat conservative with this.
Good
Even
feed
back in the
inside.
game.
Don't-
Fueling
don't-
baseline. Real tight coverage. McCone takes almost look like an extra step in there, but
Boy.
he's gonna be given that opportunity, and he gets the score.
He's all smiles. They don't have an answer for him right now.
19 points for that young man.
That's a push off on Thomas. To the neck, no less. I'm not sure how that one slid by.
Thomas dish off to Hempen. Over to Owen Thomas. And
Good
there's Pilcher,
defense.
takes it away. Trying to protect that. Comes across midcourt. He's going to do it on his own.
All the way to the hoop. That's a strong move, man.
We got 2 players with double numbers.
Pilcher just gets stronger every game.
11 points for him. 68 seconds to go. Third quarter.
Nice D by Even.
Opening goes in, takes that lead back down to 8. 9
shot.
points for Hempen.
Pretty floater by Hempen, right up and over Even's extended arm.
Presser was going baseline, and he got dinged.
Hempen on the foul. That's Hempen's second. Hempen's going to take a seat. In comes Mackey for the Falcons. Man, I'm still impressed by that dunk by Mackey.
Which is kind of subtle, too. Just eases up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not, you don't see him in high school games, or at least not in our conference.
No, not necessarily, no. Corbin Fuelin gets that ball stripped as he was going up. Half a minute, third quarter. Mackey gets obstructed,
Thomas
but Owen
with 3
Thomas tightens things up a little bit more. He will go to 18 total, 55-50. Jesup jockeying for that final shot of the third quarter.
Younger Thomas.
Even comes up, look to pick, sends him away. Feeling into motion. Pilcher up top. He's going to try and take a free throw length shot. Doesn't go at the buzzer.
Got a good look at it. I think McCone really wanted that shot, but just was not getting open. Pilcher did get a good look in the lane. About a 8-foot jump shot, just couldn't get it to go. So 55-50, Jesup on top. What are you just watching the game over there? You're not even gonna.
Well, I got a lot of things
anymore?
going on. Maybe. I don't know what's it to you. Hey, that is the. They're up here giving me a hard time. I do have the Iowa State game on one side and my stats on the other side, but that, boys, that's an Iowa State's fan is. It's full of hope. There's always hope. There's always a chance.
I'm telling you, man. I told you before the game started. It's an interstate game. That's anybody's game. I don't care what number Iowa has next. And I'm a diehard Hawkeye fan, as you know, but I don't care what number is next to their name.
But I will start taking issue when people start discounting the football abilities this fall of the Big 12 and Iowa State.
Well,
because we all know who runs the world anyway. The Big 10 and the SEC.
I will not discount the football abilities of Iowa State. I will discount the football abilities of the Big 12.
Leno gets that shot in.
But I'll also discount the abilities of the Big 10. Nice, strong layup by Kresser. Good feed from McCone.
They're on a roll. Just about scored 8P that third period, 22-18. Hempen's shot doesn't work. Now Parker McCone going to ease things up.
I mean, the Big Ten kind of got egg on their face this year in football,
right.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Get in there. Got it.
That same spot he hit that last
Jack
one.
Miller, freshman, big three, extends the lead to 12. Mackey goes to the hoop with a little sense of urgency, no good, but senior Hahn there to clean it up.
Did you say Senior Hahn or
Senior Hahn? No, Senior
Hahn. Senior.
Hahn,
Okay.
a senior. But I don't know, maybe.
Never know.
Senior Hahn too.
4 personal fouls for Hahn.
Hogstad back into the game. Big body down low. Pilcher set to inbounds the ball on the far side there in front of the student section.
Over here in front of the bench, had to lace back up his high tops.
Well, he probably just about jumped right out of them. Man, I would love to have ups like that. I have a credit card vertical lead. meaning
flat. Which side? On its side?
No, flat.
Okay.
Flat.
All right. Just clarifying.
I did dunk one time.
How high was the hoop?
That was 10 feet.
Okay.
It was in a pregame, which is supposed to be a technical foul. I didn't mean to do it because I'd never been able to dunk. Get in there.
Left side, no go. Oh, it used to be. I don't know if it so much is anymore. I don't know.
It was an odd.
And forced it up with Hogstad. He had some power, some energy. He got it in there.
Real odd shot there by the younger Thomas. A little out of control, threw it up. But like you said, Hogstad there for cleanup duty.
Kind of watch these guys down here, and you know some of these guys have played together a while, and there's just some real genuine exchanges I'm seeing between these two teams.
Yeah, well, in a lot of these players, you know, they play in club teams and stuff, so they actually sometimes end up on the same team. You know, I don't remember back from when you were in high school. We hung out with a lot of the other schools in our conference, so man.
Oh, Presser just ducks out of that. Doesn't get called with anything. Leno will see the ball come out of bounds. It will remain Jesup. Last 5:52, Jesup with the 7-point advantage.
And frankly, all these are good kids. You know, sometimes nice power move by Leno. You know, sometimes we get these heated battles and we see a kid act a certain way and you think, that kid's what a jerk, you know, and it's just he's a kid. He or her is a kid. They're showing some emotion. But if you met that kid on the street, probably the most polite, kindest kid you'll ever meet, just like the ones that we interact with in our hometown every day.
Mackey, he's at three-point area.
Good feed inside by Mackey.
Hogstad, and
not much you can do about that.
Hogstad has 11 points off the bench tonight.
Get in. Got it.
Wow.
Boy, Jack has found his shot here tonight.
Angled off on that right side.
Beautiful drive by Thomas. Right around the entire Jesup defense.
Aaron Thomas would like a timeout for AP. Going to take a 30-second, 5:15 to go in this game. 68-59, and you look at Jack Miller, 12 points, all three-pointers. McCone, 19 points. Pilcher's got 11. 9 points for Leno.
What's Even got? Even's got 6.
He's got 7 in there.
7? He's, you know, and I had said earlier, Even's not a kid that's going to give you a ton of points, but actually that's a great night for Even. You know, we count on him for his body, his defense, his rebounding ability, but if he throws in 7 points for you on top of it, that's awesome. And Jack Miller, I just feel like that's a kid, you know, we've kind of been waiting for that lid to come off for him at the 3-point range, and it definitely has come off tonight.
The score getting tense down here at the later part of this game.
That foul is against Hempen. That's Hempen's 4th on the night. Coach Thomas going to sub in Switzer after the next dead ball.
McCone had a baseline. Cresser saves it. Miller, top of the key. Let's set this offense.
Good passes here, fellas.
5 minutes to go. Leno pushes it up off the box. 11 points.
Walk.
Owen Thomas fakes left, puts it up anyway. Pull it down from Hogstad. He will draw the foul.
Boy, Pilcher kind of shrugs it off like whatever, but I got to tell you, Pilcher, if you're going to commit that foul, you better make darn sure he doesn't make the shot.
Third personal, 16 fouls now for both these squads.
Got first. Switzer, Cooper Hoff into the game. Cooper, a freshman.
Give you a Cyhawk update. Iowa up 47-36. A minute before half.
Well, that changed a little bit.
Presser bounce over to McCone. Cross midcourt. Double teamed.
Good patient ball movement for the Jayhawks.
Does he do it again?
Got it. Unconscious.
Automatic.
Oh, almost had the steal. Sorry. Sorry if I just blew your eardrums out, people. And the offensive foul.
.4:19 to go. Jack Miller, 15 points, 5 3-pointers.
Dude is feeling it.
Yeah, he's got some energy out there as a freshman. Presser going to go on his own. He's got 20 points on average. Now that's going to take him, take him to 8. Energy's flowing.
Thomas foul on the floor, no good. Thomas says, "Man, I've got to do something here." The senior leadership trying to throw his team on his back. Takes the ball to the hoop, draws the foul.
Jesup up after the first quarter, 2016. AP had the advantage at halftime by 1. Jesup had the advantage by 5 after the third period, 55-50, and you can see how many points got scored since then. Free throw in from Thomas. 20 for him tonight. 4 minutes to go. Miller here down in the corner, near side. He'll get a touch on it.
Good feed inside by Jack.
Parker goes on his own.
That's going to be offensive.
Yep, it's going to be an offensive charge. They knew it was coming.
He's all right.
Jesup has outscored AP so far 20-13 in this fourth period.
Timeout. Gee, I don't know who called it. Was that Coach Smines calls the full timeout? 1 minute. 3:50 to go. Jesup up 75-63, Nate.
Yeah, Joe's out there discussing strategy, reviewing with Coach Schmidt, Coach Donley, Coach Sabers.
Do you suppose he was like, "Do you see that new episode of such and such on Netflix?"
I think Brock's like, "Hey, did you know Jack's got 5 3-pointers?"
Somebody want to shut him down so he doesn't take my 3-point record?
Yeah, that's probably it. He probably holds that, don't he? Maybe.
I don't know if he holds it or Schmidt. Oh, shoot. I can't think of the Schmidt's kid's name. He had it at one time. He went and played college ball. What's his name?
Steve's boy?
No. This is
longer
ago.
than that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I remember Drew camping out on the 3-point line, but
and I forgot about Drew. I forgot about Drew. I mean, honestly, I have no idea who holds it these days. We could pull it up online. This thing, have you heard of the internet? It's crazy.
Well, I've heard about this thing. Al Gore was involved in it at one time.
Yeah, it's full of information.
Yeah.
Most of it false from what I understand. But
did you read that online? Hogstad follow-up down low as he gets that shot. McCone.
Jesup wants to burn some clock. Ooh, good feed inside by Miller. Back out, up. Got it.
How about that? Jack Miller.
Tommy and Jay over there. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Agshart follows up. 18 points. He's sneaking up at McCone.
Don't throw it. Don't throw it. Okay. He saw Miller up here, and that was a long cross-court pass I thought he was going for.
Brad? How about Brad Schmidt? Is that what you're talking about?
Brad Schmidt.
Found that on the internet. Thanks, Sarah Harold.
There you go. I think Brad and Sarah may have gone through school together. I believe she'll probably confirm or deny that. He did at one time have the record. I don't know if he still has it or not.
78-69, Jesup with quite the advantage now. And not only give credit to Parker McCone, who has been very steady through this whole game, 19 points, but really sealing the deal here. Jack Miller, the freshman starter, 18 points. 5 3-pointers is what that is. And
Steve Neverman, shout out to Big Steve Grizz, as I like to call him this time of year. He used to be quite the Christmas lights putter-upper guy. But
I'm getting from the Macomb
what are you getting
here? Hold on.
Anyway, Steve and Donna Neverman, they're like second parents to me. Their son, Sean Neverman, was still is my best friend. I mean, much better friend than you are, Nate. No offense.
None taken. Denise McComb chiming in. He said her son Dylan says that Drew does have the record for 3 points at 163.
Say that again. Drew has it. Okay.
Yeah, Drew has it at 163.
And you mentioned that.
Well, I wonder. He shot a lot of threes.
Yeah, he did.
Sophomore, junior year.
Okay, so I was thinking the single game record, and he may have that too.
Okay.
I don't know.
I thought you were thinking season-wise, but
my guess is if anybody wants to go to Coach Smine's Google page, that historical information is on there, I believe. So Jesup with the 80-69 lead now, 2:30 to go. Need to play some tough defense.
Don't get too comfortable. Switcher steps in there for 3. He's in the book for the first time.
You got to go to that ball, Pilcher.
AP's going to step it up. Thomas, right side to Hempen, and he responds with a 3. Now it's back to a 5-point ball game just like that.
And that's AP teams are always capable of that. They're hard workers. They come to play. They will not quit until the buzzer sounds.
Bresser, Lino, dish out to Pilcher. He was hopeful. You could see it in his eyes. Jack Miller for 3.
Watch corner.
Mackey, push in there to Hogstad, left side. Wow, Switzer.
That was the corner I was talking about.
80-78. Coach has to be thinking timeout or not. Jack Miller. He didn't see Thomas as he was pushing that into Lino.
So big turnaround here in Jesup. 80-78. Jesup still with the 2-point lead. But AP doing what AP does. Dropped 3 threes in a row. And brought it back within striking distance.
Yeah, wow, it's how quickly things can change with that 3-point. We were living by it, now we're dying by it on the other end of the floor. 80-78.
Time to buckle down, play some good defense.
AP is
Get the ball back.
AP has now overtaken Jesup this quarter, have outscored him 28-25.
You got to get yourself a couple of stops here, get the momentum back.
Haugstad, right side baseline. Lino moved his feet. Gets dinged with that. He's going to have 4 personals, I believe, is where he's at on that. Oh, actually, that's his 5th personal.
Yep.
He will sit down.
Evan's going to check in for Lino. Nice game by Carson Lino. Just an absolute beast down there. Didn't get his first bucket until the second half. And from that point on, he just kind of went to work.
Hogstad
looking to tie it up.
He's got 18 points. It's almost a quiet 18. He's able to do that. Now at 19 with that free throw. We are tied at 18, Mr. Baldwin. McCone cross midcourt. 60 seconds to play. Going to come right down to it. Smart basketball. Presser off to Miller. He eyes a three. There it is. 21 points, Jack Miller. 6 of them. Actually, 7 of them. 7 3-pointers for that freshman.
As we said before, Jack Miller, he may be a freshman, but this isn't his first rodeo. He's played a ton of basketball. He's been in these moments before, as has every kid in this game right now. Whether it be early in the season or late in the season, we've got some senior leadership on this team, and we've got good ball handlers, good defenders. They just need to do what they're plenty capable of doing. Go out there, play tight defense, solid defense, good team defense, and on the other side of the ball, take care of it. Don't need quick shots, errant passes.
Next game for Jesup Jayhawks is against Duke Dike New Hartford. That'll be on Tuesday night. We'll have that for you on the Jayhawks Sports Network. Cordial doubleheader. And next Friday, week from tonight, they close out the 2020 portion of this season at Columbus Catholic.
All right, we're in the final minute of the game here. Jesup leads by 3.
Looking for that turnover. Hogstad leans in, they'll take the lead. See how Jesup can respond. Hogstad has 21. Actually, Jesup up by 1.
Ooh, careful. Oh, I thought they about threw that over the...
Triple pressure. Pilcher was open.
No foul?
No foul from Thomas on McCone. Can't find an outlet.
Timeout.
Gonna call a timeout.
Coach Smines with the heads-up play.
McCone got caught in that pivot. Looking for somebody, and that was good catch by Coach Smines. As Pilcher, Presser, Miller, McComb fueling. I believe that's who he's got in.
17 seconds left. You want to, get the ball in. I expect a foul to come before too long here, maybe closer to 10 seconds, 12 seconds, I don't know, somewhere in there. So you want to keep it in the hands of somebody that can knock down a free throw. 2 free throws, preferably.
Yeah, we've got our 3-point brigade out there, looks like. And we got some speed, too.
Even will come back in if...
Cooper over to Miller. 14 seconds, and Miller will get dinged.
That's a good guy to send to the free throw line. You saw Corbin Fueling come in, and now Even will check back in, presumably for Corbin.
Getting word Brad Schmidt may have the most threes in one game. So what that is, don't know yet. So thank you to Denise McComb for letting us know.
Big shots here for
McCombs.
Jack Miller, no good on the first.
That free throw. Last 10 seconds. They get a chance to win it with just a bucket. And they do. McComb. Last shot.
Shoot it.
Can't get it done. Cannot get it done.
Too long.
Heck of a game, Luke.
That was a heck of a game. Didn't end the way I like to see it, but also don't like to see a little unsportsmanlike conduct from a unnamed player. But
it is what it is.
Yep.
Final score, Jesup loses a hard one right at the end, 84-83. Plenty of opportunities to try and seal that deal, and you give credit to Jack Miller, 21 points, 7 3-pointers, kept Jesup in this game, but then all of a sudden, midway through that fourth quarter, AP, they just started lighting up around the arch.
Yeah, they hit 3 in a row, brought it back to within 2 there. You just credit that comeback. I mean, it was a great game. We had it in the bag. We couldn't seal the deal. Those hurt. I guarantee there's nobody in that locker room right now that doesn't want to put their head through a wall. But that's the name of the game, man. Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. We lost. But shoot, like you said, Jack Miller, 7 threes?
7 threes, 21 points, yeah.
Pilcher had a great game. McCone, man, that guy had some acrobatic shots. Lino down below, like we said earlier, didn't get a shot until second half and just was a beast after that. So, I mean, there's nothing I can say that's going to make it better. That just sucks when you lose at the end like that. But they'll reflect back on it, and they're going to see a lot of great basketball was played.
So as we wrap up some scoring here, I think unofficial scoring, 20 points for Owen Thomas, 21 for Hogstead down below. Switzer, 6 points, 8 for Hahn. Hempen had 12. Mackey had 6 for Jesup. Leading scorer, 21 points for McCone, 21 points for Jack Miller. Those were all 3-pointers again. 11 points. Give that credit to Jace Pilcher, very aggressive, not on the floor. Kresser coming on almost, he finally found a rhythm and found some opening shots in that fourth quarter, if not the third a little bit. He ended up with 8 points. Even, coming off the bench at that position, Even, I think that we're going to continue to see some good things out of Even as he comes across, and he's got 7 points.
Just a solid player.
2 points from Fueling and Jesup. We'll move into 2 more games in the 2020 portion of this schedule. Dyke, again, as I said on Tuesday, we'll have it for you. And then we will have Wander the Columbus coming up on, they'll be on the road on Friday of next week. All right, from the upper patio in the South Gym here in Jesup, we invite you to follow us again on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as you can go back and watch all of the past athletic events from the last few years, also on our YouTube channel as well. For Luke Baldwin and our on-site producer Anthony Baugh and our mysterious disappearing camera operator Eric Clark and our executive producer Tony Legg, I'm Nate Kleberg. Everybody have a great weekend and your rest tonight. Boys lose tonight to AP 84-83. Girls do get the victory 49-47. 2 solid games and very competitive tonight. Everybody, have a great evening again. Go Jayhawks and be safe.